So in this tutorial, I will be showing you how you can use the TI Inspire CX2 to graph a function and then use that graph to determine the intercepts. So the first thing you want to do is click this B graph under the sketchpad, and it'll bring you to our graphing screen. So now we just need to type in the function we wish to graph. So the function I will be using is x cubed. I did not mean to do that. X cubed plus 4x squared plus x minus 6. Once you have it in, just hit enter. And now here's our graph. So we don't need this label here. So just use the arrow to get over to click it. And then we can just hit delete. Since this is our graph, we want to determine the intercepts. Well, we have one here, here, here's our y-intercept, and then here's our last x. So what we want to do is come over to menu. We want to trace, and then graph trace. Now we can just use the arrows. See, there's a 0. Here's a 0. So here's our first x-intercept. The first x-intercept is -3, 0. And notice how it labels it as a 0 for you. Come over. Oh, look, there's a maximum. That was in another video. Keep going. Here's another 0. So the x-intercept, the second one, would be -2, 0. Keep going. Keep hitting that arrow. Here's a y-intercept. So I'm going to now come up here. So the y-intercept is 0, -6. And we just keep hitting that arrow button. And there is another 0, 1, 0. So the intercepts were -3, 0, -2, 0, 0, -6, and 1, 0. Now another way that we could find the x-intercepts is instead of using trace, we come over to menu, then analyze graph, and hit 0. So it's now going to ask for a lower bound and an upper bound. So I want to determine what this 0 is. So I'll put my lower bound over here. Let's put my upper bound here. And now it'll immediately plot out the 0, -3, 0. Now, the only problem with this is for each individual 0, you'll have to come back over to analyze graph 0, set a new lower bound. So again, now I'm after this one. Set it there, and there it is. Again, you can see the problem is that it's overlaying. I can move this, I believe, if I just grab it. Yep, and I can move it. Right, and then finally, I'm after this intercept, so let's go there, and there's my third x-intercept. It will not, however, give me the y-intercepts, so that you're still going to have to do the tracing for. So that concludes this tutorial on graphing functions using the TI Inspire CX2, and then using that graph to find intercepts.